Alright, ladies and gentlemen, I don't have that many haters, and people are generally being a lot nicer to me now, and no one's really saying anything negative or mean. People are pretty nice, but you gotta admit, like, I feel really bad for some haters, like, maybe they had a channel, maybe they were trying to be famous, maybe somebody said something to them and they stopped, and so they take it out on others, and it's just a sad experience. Like someone that isn't doing well just criticizing everybody else because they feel jealous of any type of success. Like I'm not even getting paid on these channels, right? Like, what are people really jealous of? There's nothing to be jealous of, but I mean, people get really upset about things and do whatever, and it's like, well, why don't And I mean, I feel bad for these people. Like they're spending all this time making fun of people when they could really find some other way to make money. I mean, there's lots of ways to make money now. You don't have to be a TikToker or a YouTuber. You can do tons of other stuff. There's like so much out there, and it's not necessarily all on the internet. It's not necessarily with it. I mean, some jobs, yes, you need education to get a really good job. Like I know people that have jobs that are educated and they have really good jobs, and yes, they have really good jobs because they're educated. But I mean, it's not necessarily that. I think you can really find something really, really good, um, even without education. I mean, if you just look around, you can start with something small and move up. But I mean, some people really have been dealt a really bad hand of cards, or they just had a really bad personality, or whatever. But I've been fortunate because I have family that they're not doing extremely, extremely well, but they're doing well enough that I can really, they taught me a lot of things that maybe other people don't have that taught to them because they don't have family that was really learning a lot. Like my family really learned a ton of things, and they never really had to. I mean, they were just we always had somebody there to guide us, and some people don't have that, right? And some people have like no siblings, no family, no parents, or they have parents but they have terrible parents, or people that are really bad for them. So they have people that are just so horrible for them that when they have people trying to tell them what to do or tell them to stop doing something, they have no one good to go by. I always had somebody at least good, decent to reference, and I always had somebody that was like super talented, so I never had to worry about, oh, am I talented? Well, I just compare myself to them, and I realized, yeah, I'm talented, or I know I have a point of reference. Not everyone has that, right? So, and there are people that are like, Marco and Melina have it all. They have so much, but I don't think I do. But I mean, like, I'm really poor actually. But yeah. So when you have people thinking you have a lot and you do like they might think a lot of people I think are really not necessarily scared of where I'm at or scared of what I'm doing, but they might feel that I have a lot of potential, so they want to be like try to stop it. But I mean, really, but like I said, some people really don't know any better, right? Like it's not like they know any better. They're just like that with everybody, and maybe they're just loose cannons, right? So who knows, right? But I know that some people really have a hard time. Like even when I was younger, I was never really. Um, one second, guys. I was never really. Oh yeah. So I was never really, mature, and I always ran into certain problems or certain issues because I didn't know any better, and I really didn't know. But I had family that was like so good at everything, and they basically trained me to be a better person. I had close family that trained me to be a better person. Thanks to them, I'm basically on my own, and I can do really well. I know. Like for me, it was later in life that I got successes, but I mean, I was really lucky to have family that was really bright and really ahead of their time. So to me, it was like a no-brainer that I was going to do well. But some people really don't have that. They have no point of reference, no siblings or aunts and uncles that can guide them, or maybe all the people in their family are recluses. And obviously that's tough on a person. No one wants to live like that and have people they can't use as guidance or mentors. So it's really tough, right, guys? Anyway, I totally get why some people would be jealous, and they don't know any better, so they just make these negative comments, right? It's not like they can be like, oh, I should be quiet and focus on getting my own career together. Some people really don't think that way, right? They're like, I'm going to get mad at this person because they're doing well. I don't care who they are. I'm going to try to stop them. And even though it doesn't make sense to me, because I'm like, that's not a good way to do it. You have to really work on finding another solution for yourself to make money, but that's what they do, and that's what they think is good, right? But I mean, all in all, people are generally very, very friendly. I have no issues with people, even haters. I see the reason behind it. I understand why they do it. I get that. I know not everyone can really, and some people really don't want people to know that they're like transgender people, so maybe they have a fake identity. I don't know, but I am not transgender, but people might consider me that because I dress up as Melina. Anyway, or even like if I date guys, I'm like bisexual, but I date guys because people don't want people to know that, right? So they might comment negatively as another persona. You never know the real reason behind these things, but really, some people really have had a bad situation, and that's what they do, right? So who knows? And I'm all for everyone. I want everyone to grow, everyone to be happy, but we all live in a world where it's not the most ideal, but we can try to fight for an ideal world. Anyway, thank you, bye now.